I have been asked many times how I stack for a power derby. Well, I'm going to show you what I do. Hey, hello everyone. This is Phoebe. I am probably known for stacking my machines, getting ready for derby tasks, and it really does pay off. Just to boast here a little bit, I will show you what our stats are for our neighborhood. As you can see there, we have 131 first place trophies, 37 second, and only 3 on third. I'm sorry, 11 on third place. So, and my team does the same thing. They like to stack, they like to be prepared, and we figure that the early bird gets the worm. In other words, the faster you can complete your test, the most likely you are going to be finish up in first place or at least on the podium. And that's our goal, is to always be on the podium first place if at all possible. So let's start out here and let me show you what I do to stack. The first task that I'm going to stack here is the picnic task. See, the picnic task takes 3 apple juice, 4 of the carrot cake, and 3 feta pies. So we're going to put in the 3 feta pies. Hope we have the cheese for it. Okay. And then we're going to put in for the carrot cakes. That takes 4. Then we're going to move back here and we're going to load the juice press up with the apple juice, and it's going to take 3 apple juice. Okay, that is our picnic task. And then we have the chili task. As you can see, the chili task also calls for pies, 3 pumpkin pies. So we come back here and we load up our 3 pumpkin pies. We can load the, I'm going to hold on the 3 white sweaters and I'll show you why. We can go ahead and load the machines with the hot cocoa or hot chocolate, as we call it hot cocoa here in my country. Oops, I'm going to have to go find me some cocoa or cocoa. Yeah, here in the States we call it hot cocoa. Seldom do I call it hot chocolate. I grew up on the farm. That's what we called it on the farm. Okay, let me finish placing my hot chocolate in here. And it called for 7 of them. So there's my hot chocolate all set up. Now we're going to come back yet to the 3 white sweaters. And the reason for that is this: there's a task that calls for 6 of the blue woolly hats. So we'll jump over here and we're going to put in the 6 blue woolly hats here. The reason I'm putting them in first is because they don't take as long to make as the sweaters do, and I need some wool before I can go a little more here into showing you what I do. Okay, the wool's collected, and now I'm going to go back and put in my 3 white sweaters. Okay, my 3 white sweaters are loaded. As you can see, so are my 6 blue woolly hats I'll be needing later on. Okay, next up is our vegan task. And as you recall, I had loaded apple juice earlier. So we're going to come behind the apple juice. And we loaded the 4 tomato. And I'm going to come back behind that and load 2 more apple juice. If I should happen to get the vegan task before I would get the picnic task, I would have 3 apple juice in my inventory. I would collect my 4 juice for the vegan task, and then I would fill up again with more apple juice in case the picnic task came back to me. So to see if you don't get the task first and you have to go through the process of going ahead and placing 3 items into your inventory to get down to the items that you have loaded for the next task, then turn right around behind that and load again for in case the task should show up. I work it around to where I constantly will be able to fill a task very fast and not using diamonds. So this is how I do it. Now I'm going to come back again and let's see, the spa task would be one that we would do. So I will go ahead and just fill this up with olive oil. You can always use it. Okay, now the Darrow sauce maker is filled with olive oil, and we would need the 4 feta cheese. I'm going to go ahead and fill my dairy up with the feta cheese. And I may come back later and add more feta cheese, but we'll see. Then the candle maker. 3 strawberry candles. And there's a task that calls for 3 raspberry candles. And then I come back behind that again and put 3 more sets. So if I got the raspberry candle task before I could get the first strawberry, I'm all set if a strawberry comes up. So I'm covering myself all the way around. My favorite task of all time is this task, the sweet task, but we'll get to that one in a moment. Let us see the warm task. The warm task calls for ice cream. And I just fill up the machine with ice cream, vanilla ice cream. That way I'm prepared for 2 tasks. And the red cake, we're going to come back here behind the carrot cake and we're going to pop in our red cakes. And then we got to go collect some cherries before we can do that. Cherries were up here. Okay, we're going to put in those red cakes like I said. Do we need anything else for them? I think we can do it. We need more cherries. We did not collect enough cherries. I hope this is enough cherries now. Okay, now there's my 5 red cakes or red berry cakes. And we need 5 of the, see, I already have 5 made, so I'm just going to leave them sitting there. We won't need anything else on the sewing machine unless it would be for the shirts. So we're all set for that one. We have our 3 vanilla ice cream, our 5 red berry cakes, and our 5 shirts. So that's another task done. And next, let's move on to the, is this my sweet task? Yes, it is. That is my most favorite task. Now, see, that calls for 3 vanilla ice cream. We already loaded them. And it calls for 4 of the toffee. I already have them sitting there and waiting, so I'm not going to collect them. And the strawberries, I happen to have 59 fills right here that I'm going to fill up with strawberries. And these I always do, I load into everything the night before the derby. Whenever your derby starts, give it a good 8 hours to load all your machines into stack for your task. Okay, now that's how I load for those 6 particular tasks. But there's much more, right? So let's take a look at those and see what they are. Okay, we have a townies task, a day trip task, and buddies task. You can't do anything to stack for the buddies task, but however, if you're using Rose, you might want to turn her off, what, 4 hours before the derby starts. Turn off the your bacon and your milk because those 3 alone will halfway do this task, the feeding task that's on the buddies task. You can stack for the town train. It only takes 5, and you can stack. Just wait until you have the buddies task to get your revives. And the day trip task, that's another one you can pre-stack for the hot dogs. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Of course, you want to make sure that you've got plenty of bread when you start stacking. And it calls for 7 of the hot dogs. See, now I'm ready for that task if it comes along. And 25 pounds of fish, it doesn't take you that long to get those. Now let's move down to the townies task. Okay, the first thing I recommend on doing the townies task is to go to your town hall and go to the UI board. And as you can see, these are all set by the building. So let's change the setting to the visitor by townie type. Okay, now for that particular one, you need two of the ladies, two salesmen, and two of the, I was calling the old man. And we have our two of those. Okay, those will be ready. I'm going to go ahead and collect from these guys to get them out of our way here. And do we have two of the ladies? And we do have two of the ladies. So you want to make sure that these are ready to go before the derby starts. What this does is speeds your derby along. And there's 18 tasks to be done on the power derby. And what we always do in my neighborhood is we're stacked and we're ready for the task. And generally, for most derbies, we are finished in the first day. Yes, 18 tasks, and we always take the extra task. So 19 tasks in one day. And it's because we've all prepared ahead of time for doing the derby. I'm going to go ahead and get these ladies ready. And I will have everything ready for my derby. Now let's go over here. And in case you get town train task, make sure that you don't collect from the people that you have in the townies task. I always make sure that I keep the townie task people sitting here just waiting for them. So I'll have to do one more of the lady. And is he called the wizard? And I have him already done. And the other one is the salesman. Did I have two salesmen done? I don't have two done, but they will be done and ready and waiting when the derby starts. So you see how easy it is to prepare for this derby and to really knock it out in no time at all. Why rush the derby? Well, people in my neighborhood like to have time to focus on leveling up, and they've done a tremendous job of doing that. I had one person that came into my neighborhood about 2, maybe 3 years ago. Below 100 is now over 200. This free time from doing tasks gives them the opportunity to take advantage of events and to build up their XP and get that next level. And of course, now with the farm pass, they can build it up a lot faster. Okay, now here we are at some other tasks. Let me explain about the crafts task. If your wool is ready to collect, it would still, unless you rush, wait a minute, let's back up. If the wool is ready to collect, you will only be able to collect 15. You'd have to wait 6 hours or rush 2 of the sheep along to get this one done really fast. And the pumpkins, if you have a booster for that, that would speed the task along quite well. Down here to the market task, it takes so long for the goats to be ready for collecting again that we usually trash these tasks. The crafts task and the market task will crash, but this angler task, you saw earlier that I put in the blue hats, right? So now I'm going to go put in my blackberry muffins. Well, we can't do that without blackberries, can we? And I'll have to come back and chop these down later. Right now, we're going to get the blackberries in. Blackberry muffins. And that was for 5. Okay. And of course, it doesn't take any time to do the fishing part of this task. So there you guys see, I have got At least 10 or 12 tasks that I can zip out in less than an hour if they show up that way. So it's very, to me, it's fun. It's a challenge. I love stacking for derbies, and I stack for regular derbies too. Uh, some of the other things that you watch for um, in this power derby is having people ready in your uh, town for a train task. And let's see if I have that information available here for you. Okay, some of the other tasks for regular products and such will be cotton shirts, you need 11. Wool is 40, goat's milk 31. Those take too long. I, I trash those tasks. Quesadillas is 11, green smoothies for 8, hamburgers for 7, roasted tomatoes is 9, olive oil is 9. See, all of the amounts to complete a task are reduced for the Power Derby. Strawberry candles, only 6, and you saw how much I loaded into my candle maker. Strawberry candle 6, I have it right there. So that's pretty cool. I'll turn around, load back with raspberry and more strawberry candles, and be ready for the next task that pops up. I keep the machines loaded all through the task. If I finish one of these, you know what? I need to put some more feta pies in there too. Okay, if I finished the pumpkin, I'll turn around and reload on the machine again. Just keep them moving, everything. Um, Another thing is if you are if you need the pumpkin pies, you want to make sure your barn is full in order to stack for the next row of pies. And I will elaborate on that at a later time on how I stack for a regular derby. But this, everybody, I got the power derby in the bag, right? We can just roll right into it and be done in no time. Hey, I hope this helped you. If you guys have any questions, please listen below. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified of any upcoming videos that I post. And also for my live stream when I do that. I do live stream on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's New York time. And on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. New York time again. So I would be most happy to have you. We have some fun things going on in the chat. Mystery guests, challenges among the people in the chat. Oh, it's a lot of fun. Join us. Be happy to have you. Thank you, and you have a fantastic day.